Hello everybody and welcome to a new tutorial on Golang. In this tutorial I want to talk about PGX, which is a simple database driver package we can use to interact with the database. And let's get started. First of all, as you see guys here, I have this folder. We are using now Go module, so go and create this folder anywhere in your computer, and after that just we need to init this module. So go mod init the GitHub repo or anything. I just will name the module the same as this folder, simple database. Alright, we init the module. Now we have this is my editor. Enable this module. Okay, enable support modules. I don't care about the go path since we have a module. Now we will use this package, and this is the URL guys, github.com/jackc/pgx. It's, as you see here, a postgres driver and toolkit for Go. It's a good package. Let's go to the getting started guide. Okay, through that view. Okay, let's start from here. First of all, you need to create your database here. As you see here guys, I have this database which I call simple database. I have one table post with ID, title and category. Simple and easy. Now let's create our main Go file. Of course we need to rename the package. I think Golang, just .print ln start rows. So run. Alright, start. Now we need now to, first of all, we need to install this package. Yes, so let's go to the URL. Okay, I will take this, copy, and go get of course I don't need this, but I believe there is a version 4 for this. Yeah, we need this link here. Let's do it like this. Go get. Alright, now we have it. So the first of all, as you see here guys, we will use this package to create a connect. But as I told you before, I will make it simple and easy. In the future I will create another tutorial where I start from the migrations and connect to database and use more complex step, but for now it's a beginner step, so let's do it as easy as possible. So you need this. Let me explain it. Create by code. So first of all, connect to the DB. We have PG SQL this, I believe SQL dot open. We need to open a connection pool. Open which driver we use. We use pgx, this driver. So we need it now. Let's do it this double import. Okay, let's do pgx, this one, and because we are using Postgres, we need this standard library, the Postgres driver also. So as you see here, guys, SQL open. This is, you see, this function take a driver name, which is pgx, and take data source name string, or what we call DSN. And in the case of Postgres, it's very simple. Local host db name equal, what was the db name? I believe the same as, yeah, simple database db name, simple underscore database user, in my case Postgres, password Postgres, and the port of Postgres, I believe it's, I don't remember really. Okay, let's Postgres port Postgres localhost port, this is in Russian, so anyway, Postgres, maybe we can find something here. This one, 5432, really silly. Anyway, we open a connection pool. As you see here, guys, it's return a pointer to db struct and an error. So let's make this con and err equal. We need, as you know, guys, always we need to check for errors. If err it's not nil, let's fatal error. Otherwise we will use this. And as you know, always close the connection. So defer con dot close, and now let's check the pool. So let's see if we have a pool connection ready to connect. So we can use ping, and let me check. Okay, error ping. So if err it's not nil, I want, okay, let fatal connection error, and let's print this error. Otherwise, dot println connected to the DB successfully. Okay guys, let's try. But I have something here. Okay, we don't use it, so no problem. So let's see what you will have. Connected to the database successfully. I don't trust it, so let me make an error here and the DSN string and try again. Oh, you see guys, failed to connect to the localhost user. Database does not exist. So we are pretty sure now that everything is good and work. The next step, get all rows. As you know guys, the CRUD, about CRUD, CRUD. Now R part, retrieve row or all rows. Let's retrieve all rows. I believe, let's create another function fetch all posts. For example, this function will take a connection which is of type SQL SQL dot db, and it will return an error if something happened. So first of all, we need to define our query string. And everything is good, so we will return null. Now let's define the query string, which is, by the way, this backtick guys, it's not mandatory, but maybe your query string will be too long, so you can put it in multiple lines. Otherwise you can use single quote, double quotes, no problem, but I prefer this backticks. Let's do select all from posts, right? And let's go to the documentation. Alright, here query row, we'll query just one row. And if you are familiar guys with SQL, raw SQL, raw postgres with Golang, you can use the same functionality. So for example, here we want to query the rows, so we will use con dot query. It will take this query strings and other arguments, but for now we don't have any arguments, and as you see it will return error and rows. So rows err equal to this. So if err it's not nil, it's okay, error. By the way, it's not a good practice to fatal always, but in our case it's okay. Otherwise, maybe in real life production applications, you need to handle these errors in a good way. Let's do it now. Print ln the error and since we return an error here, we have to return an error. Otherwise, we have this rows now. And by the way, I will provide a link to this book in the description of this video so you can read it, and I highly recommend you guys to read this book because it's a really valuable book. You will understand everything here. So since we have many rows, for rows dot next we have this function. Now we cycle over, we loop over all these rows, and we'll get all the data from these rows and put it in variable. We have to scan results into variables. So we have where is the query? Fetch all rows, select. Let me make it reusable. Title, and what we have also in the database, we have ID, title, category. Yes, because I want to show you guys how you can do this. So here let's create a variable ID of type int not init, and variable will name it title and category of type string. So here rows dot scan, we want, as we defined here, we want to scan all the data from each row and put it in these three variables. So here pay attention, you have to pass a reference to this. We are dereferencing title category. Alright, as you see guys, it's return an error, so always a good practice if you handle the errors. So if err, it's not nil, so let's just font dot not font, let's use log dot print ln error while scanning from row. Alright, and I believe in this book, let me just show you guys. Yeah, this is a very good book. When we use query, you see, always you need to defer rows dot close. And why this? Because because of we are fetching multiple rows, so you always have to close like this, otherwise your application will be go out of resources. And it's mentioned here also, I believe somewhere, always, let me show you guys if I can find it. It explain here how the scan it works. I cannot find it. Yeah, this is the same, you see guys, rows that close, and it's a good practice, but it's mentioned here somewhere. It's a good practice here, you check for rows dot err. If rows dot err let me see here if we had it. Even here they didn't mention it. Home, getting started. Let's see if they do this. Sorry guys for your times, but I explore this with you, so I hope you will not complain with this. None of rows, no. We don't need this. I just want to show you the errors, but anyway, we will not. So now let's try to put this data, because we scan this data. Let's try to print this data. Print ln. We have the ID. Print f. Sorry, it will not work in n. Print f. We have the ID. Title is the title, and category is the category. New line, ID, title, and category. Alright, so let's now try to get all rows. As you know guys, here this function, it will return an error, so let's pass our connection here, and let's check if why I didn't it's not nil, so log dot print ln err, and yeah, I believe it's ready now. But here I believe we can use this. If rows dot err I don't remember it really guys, I need to read the documentation, you do it, but just I want to show you guys how it works. So let's try. Okay, data, we don't have any data, so let's add row, title, test1, category, test category. Save. Let's run it again. Alright, as you see guys, now we have the title, test1, and we have the category, test. Okay, now we have the data. The next step let's insert row. So as a usual SQL query, we will define this query. It's insert into posts, insert title and category, values. We can put here the values, but as usual you don't have to trust the user. Of course we will get this value from form or maybe in APIs, so always use this syntax, and I will tell you what this syntax mean. If you guys coming from PHP, PDO, there's something called prepare statement. Actually it exists in this package, but it's behind the scenes used, so you don't have to make this prepare statement unless you have to. Some situations you need to prepare, but most of the situation you don't need to prepare statement. So this is a placeholders for data. Well, this S1 $1, it's a placeholder for data will be in the title. So now we have this connection. We use execute, the same thing I believe in the PDO also. So we will execute the query, and now we can pass the data. For example, title Golang is awesome. The category Golang. Result. For now I don't care about the result because I will not do anything with the result, so always check for the error. And now if everything went fine, so data inserted. Let's check it. By the way, after we inserted the data, let me fetch the whole data after insertion. So for now we have this title test. We should have two Golang is awesome and Golang, and we do. Nice. So what else? Let's update data. The same thing. Query, it's update posts, set title equal to this placeholder, where ID equal this placeholder. The same thing here, guys. Let's copy this. We will use the exec this. Update post, set title. Let's do this updated, and I believe the ID is 2, so let's make this 2, and just let's handle the error also, and print data updated, and let's now fetch the data after we updated it. So now we should have this Golang is awesome category. Golang is awesome updated. Let's see. I still insert. Oh, sorry. We have 3 rows now because we still insert. See now this one, and here we still insert. So let me comment this and let me refresh here and let me remove. Where is this drop from here? This one. Save. I want to remove just this. So what do you want? Come on. Okay, let me see the title. It's still awesome. And well, because we commented this, we need to define this one here. So now it should work. Let me clean. Data inserted, data updated. Alright, you see now the first one and the second one is updated, and if we refresh, we have the updation here. So we updated this guy, so commit this and this, and now let's delete row. Same thing, we need this query string, delete. We didn't, yeah, we can delete because we have delete from posts where id equal 1. Now we don't care about the result, we have this error. It will be con.execute this query. Let me delete the first one. Let me see if there is an error. Just let me log.println this error. We don't need this because, yeah, somewhere defined. So, and fun.println data deleted. And after we delete the data, we fetch. Let's see now. So as you see now, guys, we have 2 rows here. Let's run this. Why this didn't delete this row? Delete from posts where, again, exclamation marks. So sorry for these typos. And it did. Refresh. You see now, guys, we now implemented the CRUD functionality: create, read or retrieve, update and delete, using the postgres and this package, and this jack cpgx. I highly recommend it, guys, to read the documentation and practice with this package, because there are something more advanced stuff like the context, but for the sake for this tutorial we just make it simple as much as I can. And I will, as I told you guys, I will make a link for this book, and really you have to read this book to understand how everything is going behind the scenes. I will make the link, I will post this link in the description of this video. And thank you guys, see you in the next tutorial. Please share and subscribe. Thank you, goodbye.